Hi everybody, good evening. Welcome to this week's Watch It Wednesday feature. We'll just wait for a few people to join us and then we will get cracking. Okay. For those of you that follow my blog or my Facebook page, as hopefully most of you do, this week I had my first coffee and card event at a new venue, which was really lovely. And we made this card. So this card is made using the Happy Birthday to You stamp set, which is currently free when you place a £45 order. It's very nice. And we used every single stamp set in the set, which is lovely. So this is the card that we put together. We've got some stamping around the edge. You'll see that this cake has been raised, it's been coloured and then raised, and then we've used the Happy Birthday stamp. Inside we have To You with a bit more stamping, and the envelope we have Celebrate. So we've used every single stamp in that set. Now what's coming on the 4th of February is some lovely dies that go with this set in the new coordinating products that are coming out. This is called the Birthday Dies, and it matches the set beautifully with a few extras. So you've got a new cake stand, you've got the outline of the cake on the stand, you've got some flowers and the leaves, and this pretty one here. So I'm going to show you how to change the card slightly. So I'm going to start with, I've got a standard Whisper White blank card. I have a piece of Rococo Rose, which is the matting layer, and we're going to add that straight away. So let's just turn that over. We'll leave that to dry. Hi Jenny, thank you for joining us. I have this Whisper White piece, and then I have some scrap of white. So on this scrap we're going to stamp the cake. Now what you'll see is, let me show you on the card we made the other day, the cake base doesn't actually match entirely, so it doesn't matter if you don't stamp the cake base of the image. So we're going to go in with some Memento. As long as you make sure you stamp the bottom of the cake. You don't want to leave that bit out. Stamp that onto there like so. And then what we'll do is we'll quickly colour that in. So all I'm using here is I've got a light Flirty Flamingo stamping blend, and I haven't been very careful with my colouring. The reason for that is I quite like the washy effect, so it looks like, just means that you can get away with a bit of messy colouring, which is always fine by me. The buds, I've gone in with a darker Flirty Flamingo, and again I'm leaving a bit of white showing. Hi Jane, thanks for popping on this evening. I hope you've had a lovely day. Just going in now with, I've got a light Old Olive blend. Okay, so you can see that there's a lot of white there, but that's the style that we're going for, so that's fine. And then here I've got an Ivory blend, and I'm just going to go over some of these lines. Just so that it gives us a little bit of shading, and then what we'll do is we'll cut that out using the die. Just grab my big shot so I can show you this. Let's turn it around the other way, that's better. So what we're going to do, we'll lay that on there, in with the framelit die to cut that out. So once we're happy with where that's layered, we wheel it through. Keep going. So then that cuts that out beautifully. The big shot back over there. And then we have, let's have a look. So now we have our cake. We have a cake stand somewhere. Oh, it wouldn't be Wednesday unless I lose something, would it? So we'll just pop these little bits out, these little dots. Use our scissors for that. Could use my brush, but it's the other side of the room. So the idea is that goes on there, and then we put the cake stand over the top. So we're going to stick the cake down first, and for that I'm going to use some dimensionals. There we go. Get those off. So we'll stick this on where we're happy with it, and I'm going to put it quite close to the top because I want to get some stamping on as well. And then this, all we do is we layer it over. So it's quite a nice little effect you get, and I'm going to use these mini dimensionals for this. These are great for smaller work. And here, just going to put 2 on and then cut off. Can you see the excess? We can. Hi Bev! Hope you've had a good day. Thanks for joining me tonight. I'm just making 2 cards with the, well, we're starting with one. We're using the same stamp set that we used at Coffee and Card on Monday, and I'm using the new coordinating dies that are available from the 4th of February. So we lay this on there like so. So that ends up with our cake on a stand, and then we have happy birthday like so, which I probably should have stamped first, that we've got plenty of room, but whoops. This is the joy of live crafting, you get to see when I make all the mistakes. So we go in happy birthday. I've stamped that in basic grey. I thought black would be too dark, so we've got that like so. And now we layer this onto our card like that. Where is the glue? Here is the glue. Just a little bit of Tombow for this. And then we'll flip that over. Now I could add the line around it, but actually I'm going to go for something just a little bit subtle, just to show you that you don't need too much at all. So that's our first card for this evening. The inside is blank, so we can do whatever we want in there. What I'll probably do is just add one of the flowers, which I would stamp and then trim round. So that's the first card for tonight. So there is the original from Coffee and Card on Monday, and there is the new one with the dies. So do we prefer the line or do we prefer no line? Okay, so that's the first one. The next one we're going to use the same stamp set, but we're going to do a little bit of a different technique with. So what I have again is I have a plain white card base, and I've got the same layer, so it's just a whole centimetre shorter, smaller even. And then what I've done is I've stamped So we're going to stamp the cake again, and we'll do that in Memento. Okay, so there's our cake. Now what I want is I just want to use these flowers. So in the set here, oh, and you'll wonder what these lines are. Someone once told me that when you get your dies, so that you make sure they all fit on the same place, you first get them, draw around them, and then you know exactly where they're meant to go. Clever, eh? So we're going to use this one, and this one, all you do is you place it on like so, cut it out, and then you end up just with that. So those flowers are once on the cake, now there's no cake in sight. Clever, eh? So there is one I've prepared earlier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this lovely mask. These are available as a pack of 3 and they're really handy to have. It just gives you something a bit different with your backgrounds. Okay, so that's the way our card goes. So all we do is we line it up so it's roughly straight. Okay. And then what I've got here is I've got a sponge dauber. I'm just going to ink it up and then just lightly go over a bit of it. Now I only want to do a light pattern, so I'm not being too careful with where I'm going over. You can do it so it goes off the page, or you can just do it in the middle. And then when you think you're happy with it, you peel it off and you're left with just a little bit of brick wall lines, whatever you want to call it really. So that's just a different way to go with the background. And then we will quickly colour these in. Now I'm going to use yellows and greens because I'm done with pink. We've had a lot of pink this week. And so I'm going in with a light Daffodil Delight blend for the flower heads. And again, I'm not being very careful. I think you can get some really beautiful detail on these flowers, but that's not the look that I'm going for this evening. And it just shows you don't have to be an expert at colouring to do this. And now I'm going in with a dark Mango Melody for the buds. Let's use the other end. We may get somewhere. Here we go. Just so we've got a little bit of different colour, but in the same colour family. Okay. And then we're going to go with the Old Olive Light again for the leaves. Oh, excuse me, I need to sneeze. Oh, excuse me. Now that wasn't meant to happen. Oh, and again, the joy of live crafting. Sorry about that, folks. Okay, we're just going over our leaves with some green. So I actually use the background on the card is soft sea foam, so it's a really light green, whereas this is, I would say, 1 or 2 shades darker. Oh, I'm going to sneeze again. Nope, it's gone. Oh, excuse me. Thank you very much, Jane. That's very kind, bless me. Yeah. I must need to go in for a lie down soon. So there we have our colouring, our coloured flowers. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to layer that onto my card like so, with some dimensionals, which are just here. Peel off the backs and attach that on like so. Now I've already cut, so these ones here I've already cut 2 of those in silver, so Can you see those? Just catching the light slightly. 1, 2. And these leaves, which are just here, can you see they've got a little bit of detail on them? I have cut 2 of those in Pear Pizzazz. So just here. So you might be able to see it. I'll just raise it to the camera a bit. You do get a little bit of the detailing on those leaves. So we've got 2 of those to pop in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to arrange those roughly here. Now, where I put the dimensioner, you can see that won't go in any further. Because it doesn't matter, we're just going to trim off the stem of the leaf. So now we fit. Ta-da! And then to stick these down, we're going to use a little bit of Tombow. And I'm just going to put that on the stem of the leaf. And tuck that in. And again, on this one, I want that to go in there. And he fits, so that's fine. Now I'm not sticking these down because it's quite nice to get the effect that they aren't stuck down. So we have that and we have that. And then with this one, I'm going to go in with that roughly there. So again, the same bit of glue. It's always good to measure them first so that you know if you've got enough room to slot them in. One. And then this lovely one is going in just there. So there we have our card design as such. Now I'm just going to add some detail to fill up some of the white space. So I'm going in with a So Saffron ink pad and I'm just going to add a few of these little dots. These dots are great, they come as part of the stamp set and I think they're really sweet just to add a little bit extra to your card. And then to finish, I've got the word Celebrate in basic grey and I'm going to slot this in down here like so. So there we have Celebrate on our lovely card like so. And then that's my card done. So we have, and that's just one layer of card, so it's a nice simple one. You don't need a lot of materials. It's a really straightforward card. So we have that card using the flower dies and the leaf embellishments, and then we have this one that we've put together using that. So this stamp set here, a Happy Birthday to You, again it's available for free when you place a £45 order. That is available from now until the end of March in the Sale-a-Bration promotion, but be aware that once the stocks of this stamp set have gone, they've gone. And these dies, the Happy Birthday to You dies, are available from the 4th of February and they will cost £25. So all you need to do is add £20 more to your order and you get the stamp set for free. And that's it from me this week. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate you tuning in on a Wednesday evening. I'm off indoors now to watch my Love Island. It keeps me sane, don't judge me. And that's it. Have a great day. Thanks everyone. See you next week. Bye.